What's up, guys? Welcome to Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. I'm Madison Hill.
And I'm Courtney Revolution.
We've got a lot to discuss, like Billie Eilish stripping down in the name of standing up to body shaming. Yes, Kylie Jenner showing off her natural hair.
Come on, Mom.
And Selena Gomez talking about her fear of being alone. But first, let's talk about the Biebers and their baby-making plans. So, new report from Hollywood Life, you guys, detailing Justin and Hailey's family planning. The source said that we shouldn't expect anything anytime soon, despite Justin and Hailey talking about, quote, how awesome it'll be to become parents. Justin is, quote, laser focused on his comeback and Changes tour. The insider said once all of Justin's music commitments are fulfilled, he would like to start a family with Hailey, which she is, quote, completely on board with that time frame as well. I feel like they're really trying to hammer that home.
Yeah.
Especially given his comments on Ellen last week where he was like, whatever Hailey wants, it's her body.
Which was a good comment.
It was a good comment.
I gotta be honest, I said, that's strategic, but I like that comment.
Same. It was strategic, but
I liked it.
Because I've definitely sat up here and been like, Justin, who are you to say you want 4 kids when Hailey's the one who has to push the baby out? But so I will appreciate that. The source said that Justin is very eager to get on stage again and deliver a show that people will remember and talk about for a long time. The source went on to say Justin, quote, wants to show the haters that he's still got it.
Madison, I have a question, and let me know your opinion on this. I personally, like we discussed in the morning tea, don't think that Changes was a bad album.
It was not.
But it did leave me feeling like a purpose unfulfilled.
Right.
You know, can we get a 5-song EP something?
I think we were looking for
The bops.
exactly a little old Justin Bieber, something we're gonna dance to, something we're gonna party to, something we're gonna, definitely twerk to. And Changes was essentially, in my opinion, just a love letter to Hailey, which isn't bad.
They just got married.
Honestly, imagine being Hailey. I would be like, damn, I am very loved.
Told
This
the
is
whole world.
fantastic. I love it. However, I just think for Justin's fans who aren't totally wrapped up in his relationship and marriage, it was disappointing because we were looking for something more. We were looking for our fave to remind us why he's our fave.
Yeah.
And that didn't necessarily happen.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see his tour. I feel like there's going to be a lot of eyes on it just in regards to what we discussed yesterday and the fact that they're having to, downsize some of the venues that he has due to lack of ticket sales, whether that be to coronavirus or other reasons. I think that there will be a lot of pressure on this tour to deliver. And I think it would be in his best interest as well to perform some of his older songs in addition to Changes.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Most of them being from
Journals.
Absolutely.
Exactly what you were going to say. Okay, let's move on and talk about Miss Selena Gomez. She recently sat down with Genius and participated in one of their lyrics and meaning videos, which I really like when they do this.
Me too, Madison.
It's interesting to find out what they actually meant behind the lyric and how we interpreted it. I don't know. I find it really interesting, but I love the process of making music, so we are rare. We
dare to be rare, darling.
Exactly. But you guys, Selena Gomez admitted towards the end of the video, after she dissected everything, that she thinks a lot about waking up alone and being alone, and that's one of her fears, and that she's gonna end up by herself one day. And I think it's really relatable. You guys, take a look at this clip.
Some days when I wake up and I'm annoyed and I'm like, I'm gonna be alone forever. But after that 15 minutes goes away, I know that there is someone for everybody.
I mean, I think it's honest, which is something that I enjoy probably the most about Selena Gomez. I feel like she's a very transparent celebrity, but I feel like she does a good job at creating boundaries between her and her fans that aren't so aggressive.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I
appreciate
agree.
her.
And she talked about that in the video too towards the beginning. She's like, at the beginning of my career, I was so open with my fans on social media, but I've had to take a step back because it's not necessarily the healthiest thing for me to be online constantly. And I totally can see where she's coming from. Even with this interview, there's a part of the video where she talks about how young people in relationships, both men and women, sometimes the manipulation is enjoyable for some people, and how it makes one person in the relationship feel better to be like, oh, you're crying over me because you still love me even though I don't love you. And it's been spliced up and chopped up and put on Twitter of some people being like, see, Selena Gomez is admitting that she manipulated and emotionally, mentally abused Justin Bieber. And it's like, this is why she's not on social media.
Could you imagine trying to create a beauty line and an album and you go on Twitter and everyone is like, it's like a thread of people being like, look at how Selena said she beat Justin Bieber. She abused Justin Bieber. It's ridiculous.
Where to me, I'm just like, can we just acknowledge the fact that she really was very vulnerable and saying like, yeah, guess what? Just like you, I'm single. I have moments where I wake up and I fear that I'm gonna be alone forever. I let myself wallow in that for 15 minutes. Then I gotta pick myself up by my bootstraps and go work on my beauty line, go work on my music, go work on my next project. Like, I don't know why I found that so admirable, because I guess that's how we are, you know? It's like, no matter what's going on in your life, you got to pick yourself up and we got to come to the table every day. So I just appreciated that she acknowledged she feels this way, but she still picks herself up and keeps it pushing.
I like that Selena doesn't victimize herself. She's like, this is who I am today. This is who I was back then. We acknowledge her, we look at her, we go, thank you for the growth. But now, Warrior Queen is here.
Wow, I could have not said that any better. Snaps to that, snaps to that. Let's move on to talk about Miss Kylie, because she showed off her natural hair on Instagram, and everyone was freaking out because I guess they didn't realize her hair was short, which we reported a couple weeks ago, but whatever, it's fine. Everyone said we were lying. Clearly we're not. She was getting her roots lightened up. She's really going for that honey look that I know you have some thoughts.
Beyonce, if you will.
Yes, and her hair is naturally very short. You guys, she puts in extensions. After a while, think of all that weight on your hair. It's gonna break off, it's gonna tear. Even Ariana Grande has had a similar situation where like she posted her natural hair and it's not that much longer than mine.
But it's beautiful.
I think
you got it pulled tight.
Exactly, and I think Kylie looks great with any length, any wig, whatever. We all know, as much as you guys love to hate her, she can pull it off. I just felt vindication in the fact that she does actually have short hair.
And it was not fake news.
No, thank you. Okay, let's move on and talk about Billie Eilish, because this is a huge moment that everyone is talking about today. She made a major move that essentially I don't think anyone saw coming for a long time during her show in Miami. So she kind of played this video that showed herself removing all of her baggy clothes. She removed her top, she went down to a bra. And over this video, she was doing a spoken word poem all about body shaming, how she's overcome it, how she's overcome criticism. And you guys, everyone in the audience was losing their expletive.
Yeah, they were losing it. It's something that, like, you know about Billie Eilish, you know about the long nails, you know about the music, maybe you at least have heard a song.
Right.
But the one thing I feel like people notice right away is like, why is she shaped like a UPS box? You know what I mean? And there was a message behind it. And now, as we move forward in her career, there's now a new message.
Right. Now, I do have a question for you. Do you think we're going to see, or at least start seeing Billie Eilish maybe let go of the baggy clothes, or do you think that's still part of who she is and her brand and all of that?
It all depends on where the journey of a woman leads her to be. She might wake up one day and be like, well, I'm gonna be an angel and model lingerie, and I'm still gonna give you that kind of music. Or after the tour, she might go back into an igloo and wear an igloo dress. You know what I mean? I just enjoy the fact that, like, no matter what, she does what she wants to do, and I can see her influence in younger kids. I just went to Florida for Playlist Live, and all of the kids look like her.
See,
Buns
I find
and long
that
nails.
so refreshing, because I feel like there was a time when we were really towing a line of the younger generation. And I have younger cousins, you have a younger brother.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I mean, we definitely see their social media activity. It's not like I'm pulling this out of my tush, but I feel like there was a time where I was very concerned, because I'm like, damn, these 12-year-olds are dressing more provocatively than me. They look like they're older than me, and it's just very jarring and honestly terrifying to be a parent and also be someone who's like, I hope to be a parent one day.
Yeah.
It's very scary to think this is where we're headed. And so I will say I do give Billie Eilish props for kind of almost shifting that in younger people's heads to be like,
Madison.
you don't need to be showing everything on social media. It's okay to just be secure with who you are. You don't need to show it off all the time.
And not everyone has a personality or is as outgoing as a Tana Mojo.
Exactly.
Who was a Billie Eilish stan.
We need both. We
need
honestly
both.
need both. I think it's important to show young people like you can be out there and you can, you know, do things that make people kind of raise an eyebrow, own it, love it, and be your full authentic self. But then you can also be like Billie Eilish and not want to put it all out there and still be your authentic self. And both are very, very important and make the world go round.
Yes, ma'am. And at the end of the day, the talent speaks for itself.
Exactly. I do have to say, too, one last thing before we wrap up. I like that Billie Eilish took control of this situation. I think that's what's so important, is that she was the one who decided when, how, and where she was going to do this reveal for her fans. And I just really like that no one ever tried to steal that from her.
Yeah.
Everyone in a society where we want everything right now, we let her have her moment, and I appreciate that.
And like, what a way to do it in a safe space where it's only gonna be fans anyway.
You know everyone's there to stand you, so what a perfect
Exactly.
environment. But you guys, it's time to let us know what you're thinking. What was your reaction to the Biebers' baby-making plans? Plus, let us know what you think about Miss Selena Gomez opening up about her fear of being alone.
Also, let us know your thoughts on Kylie Jenner's natural hair. Were you surprised to find out it's actually that short?
The T-Tribe won't be, because we got y'all covered all the time. And finally, what did you think about Billie Eilish's body reveal and message about standing up to body shaming, you guys? Let it out down below. Don't forget to tune into the Morning Tea tomorrow for Wesley Wednesday.
Hey!
And in the meantime, you guys can shop the Hollyscoop store, subscribe, and click that notification bell. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.